Hello, everybody. Welcome to FanView, and we're here to talk about um football this weekend. Talk about Potter sacking, Lampard being the new manager at Chelsea. Talk about different things in general. But I'm here with Kay and Jesse. Jesse, you first. How are you doing? And what do you think about Lampard's hiring?
I'm doing fine. And as regards to Lampard's hiring, I'm just going to say at least it's still the end of the season. It's not a permanent hiring. So yeah, I'm not going to be too annoyed with that. Even though this is the same man we sacked no less than 2.5 years ago, and already hiring him back, that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll talk about it later on during the show. But yeah, that's my immediate reaction is that it's not the worst signing in the world. At least now they can think about who they really want to take over the Chelsea job.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? How are you doing? You're facing Liverpool um this weekend. How are you feeling about the match?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very, very good. Like, I don't know. The whole fear I always have about Anfield last seasons, I actually don't have it this season. I just feel like they are there for the taking. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. So Emmanuel said, damn, it's been a while. It's been a while. Good to be back watching you guys. Emmanuel, thank you very much for coming, and we hope you enjoyed the show. And please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button to know when we are dropping videos. But then let's talk about Lampard. So if you have any comments, please you can also drop on the comment, and I promise to read as much as possible. Okay, what do you think about Lampard's signing? What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like it's just a stopgap fix, kind of, because looking at the coaches they have been linking to Chelsea, I don't think any of them want to like take the job this late in the season. Just how many games to go. I don't think they will. I think most of them would just prefer to just let the season play out itself and join at the end of the season. So yeah, like Jose said, it's not a permanent appointment. But at the same time, this is football. A temporary appointment can actually become a permanent one also. So hopefully
No, thank you. No, thank you.
hopefully it won't hopefully hopefully it won't get to that. But I don't know. Todd now. Todd really has his own way of thinking. Probably Lampard going on a maybe 8 games winning run towards the end of the season, and bam, he's giving him a 4 years contract. Who knows? But yeah, like I don't think it is the worst signing. I think it is better having Lampard than having that Bruno, whatever guy, to some extent.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a bad signing for me since it is temporary.
Okay. Jesse, I heard you saying no, you don't want him at the season. But let's give this scenario. What if Lampard finishes fifth? Because I don't know, I think top four might be a reach for him. Well, let's say he finishes fifth and he wins the Champions League for you guys. Doesn't that become more difficult to say, oh, okay, we don't need the service anymore. We need a proper manager this time? Or would you still say, oh, you should go and everything?
Honestly, like as a Chelsea fan, I would say that it would be the dream of like most Chelsea fans that Lampard. He's our club's top scorer, one of our most decorated players, one of our best midfielders, or one of the best midfielders has played in the Premier League. And then he comes and then he takes us to where we want to be. I would love to see that as a Chelsea fan. But as me being a realist, I don't think Lampard is still at that level yet. That he can manage a team like Chelsea and then like take us to constantly winning trophies, constantly challenging that kind of situation. And judging by what he did at Everton, I'm not saying that we should judge him solely on that, but he didn't really how I say he didn't really gel with the team, and they were not really playing the best of football. Particularly, I think there were some individual players that he was able to highlight, which is one thing that he's very good at. He's good at developing players. Like you could see what he did for Mount, and then he went to Everton and he did the same thing for Iwobi. So he has that tendency to develop players, especially players that play in similar roles to which he played when he was playing football. He's very good at that. But I don't think that realistically is the man that is going to do that. But come the end of the season, if like that's how football is, if he's able to impress us like very well, and he does all that I've said, which I don't think he will, he definitely can throw his name in the hat for like if he wants to take the job permanently, and then it will be left for the board to decide on that. Well, me personally, I don't think that I would want him. Especially the fact that it'd be very painful for us to see our club legend being sacked twice. It's not really the best thing. So yeah, that's why I stand with that.
Okay. Emmanuel said if Lampard wins the Champions League, Chelsea might keep him permanently. But okay, let me come back to you because I don't want to ask just this question. I feel like it might be biased. Lampard's managing career so far, how would you rate it? Do you think it has been okay? Do you think he has been unlucky, or how would you just rate his managing career?
Well, I feel like he has the right ideas, actually. Like the times, let me just say the matches whereby his ideas actually like, the players are able to like play according to what he wants. You see very, very good football. He was even able to play good football at times with Everton, with those caliber of players at Everton. So he has the right ideas. So I don't know. I don't know if I would say he has been unlucky, because he had, to some extent, he had the best players at Chelsea and was unable to like do something, worthwhile with those players. And so I don't know. I feel like he's a mid-table kind of a manager. He will probably be able to perform very well with maybe a Brentford than performing with a Chelsea. That's just what I just feel. I feel like he's just a mid-table coach. He's kind of coach I would like. He's going to perform better when he's in an environment where there's no that much pressure, where he's not expected to qualify for any European place or to win any.
Well, in Everton, was there any pressure?
There was, to some extent.
Okay.
There was, because I feel like Everton, they are the kind of team whereby, like, how should I put it? They want to finish in a respectable position. You get?
Yeah.
They want and they spend a lot. So since they spend a lot, they will actually want their coach to like give them something also. So I feel like at Everton, there was pressure, and at the same time, those players were not good enough. Because I feel like we are going to look at Everton's midfield, for instance. Once you pick out Iwobi and maybe Onana, I don't think there's anybody else in that midfield that is worth calling a player. Doucouré, that guy is a malam. Gueye, I don't even know what that one is doing. I don't know what Gueye is doing. Because I've not actually been watching their match that much, but like at least 2 matches whereby Gueye and Doucouré, they have been one that cost the team. Gueye against Arsenal, he was just sleeping on the ball. Arsenal just scored 1-0, and you had the ball in your own area, and you were sleeping on the ball for Saka to be able to nick it off him. Then Doucouré, I've forgotten the match, he collected the red card, a very, very silly red card that changed the game for Everton. So this kind of players, and again, I think Gray has not been that good this season. So I feel like and maybe because of Richard, I feel like Richarlison in that team probably raise them from 0 to like maybe 15 or something. Richarlison, that is his level also. So I don't know, with Everton, I don't know what happened to it. Like, I actually wanted him to do well, because for some matches it was very pleasing to watch Everton play. They play very well. They move the ball quick enough and all that. But it was just not meant to be. For Lampard, I just feel like his level, like Jesse said, his level is not Chelsea's level. Better suited to coaching maybe a Leicester, a Crystal Palace or something. I won't say he has been unlucky or anything. I would just say he has been punching above his weight.
Okay. Jesse, you just touched a little bit on it, and out of all the managers that you have been hearing linked up to Chelsea, who would you want finally at Chelsea?
As for the Lampard thing, I think that, to be fair, he was kind of unlucky, if I'm going to say, because he came into Chelsea when nobody wanted to come to Chelsea. I know that's one thing about Lampard. He loves Chelsea. He's always going to be there for the club. He came into Chelsea when we had our transfer ban. No manager wanted to touch that project. No manager wanted to come in. And then he came in and he took all these academy boys. I can't lie, that season I was prepared to just not watch any game. Just wait until the next season, forget about everything. Especially when his first match was against United and then he lost that very well, comfortably. I won't say comfortably because we played well, but he lost the match 4-0 to United, which is not like the ideal start. But then again, we are playing a very tough opponent. But he went on, and if you look at his record at Chelsea with that, and then even the next season when we see at our Champions League football, he was still able to get a win percentage of 55%. I think it was 55%, about 55% win percentage. Like I know that for the top managers, that's not the best, but the situation in which he was given or he was put into, it was still, that was very respectable. And even looking into the next season, we had a lot of like gelling that we had to do with our team because they gave in the players that he wanted, and then players were still getting injured and all these little things here and there. You know how it always is as Chelsea. The injuries, the gelling of the team, buying new players, that kind of things. And he was still able to get us to the top of the table before he got sacked. So yeah, I think that he has not done that bad as people will make it seem out. But you know how cutthroat Chelsea is with managers. We don't the hiring and firing, even though Todd Bowley he came and then says he's going to change that whole era, that kind of stuff. You can see he still sacked Potter. So I just think it's the culture at the club, basically, that he was done by. So I don't think he has done that badly. And then of all the names that I was seeing Chelsea linked with, I think initially I was saying I wanted Julian Nagelsmann, but I've been seeing a lot of things about the guy, and I don't think that he's still at that level to manage Chelsea right now because of how this club is. If like I was watching something that Jamie Carragher said, and then what he said was just the truth. Like when you're coming into a club like Chelsea, the only way you can be given any room to even like be given any grace is if you have something to back to show that yes, I'm that caliber of manager. I've done this before, that kind of situation. So if you don't have that, you need to hit the ground running very, very quickly. You need to be getting wins constantly. You need to be challenging at the top. And I'll say Thomas Tuchel was like in between those two categories because he has had good coaching jobs, but he hasn't really won anything major in his career. So he came into that Chelsea team, and then he still had the qualification of saying that I've reached a Champions League final, even though he lost it. And then he was still winning games. He solidified our defense, and then he still won the Champions League, that kind of thing. And when you see when Potter came back when we sacked Tuchel, we brought in Potter. Potter doesn't have, he might have been developing that Brighton team, but he had nothing to show for. And when you have nothing to show for, you have to show it on the pitch. And he was not showing it on the pitch. Like we're losing games, we're not playing the best of football. We had too much bad finishing, that kind of thing. So I think that would be the same for Julian Nagelsmann because I don't think he has won anything particularly that is you can say this is a manager that we can give him time here that we know eventually his process to take place. So I think that's where Luis Enrique comes in because he has the experience. He has won a Champions League with Barca. So I think if Chelsea are thinking genuinely that they want a project to be done from all the names that we put into the hat, I think that Luis Enrique will be the best choice that Chelsea can make at the moment right now. Because I know definitely he'll bring a very good style of football to Chelsea, and also he'll give some like the fans and the management something that they can hold on to and tell them that yes, I've won a Champions League, I've done this, I've coached a very young Spain side, and I've made them to be playing very good football and winning games, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think that will be the best option. Even this season, I don't think he will be the best option because he hasn't really had, like, I don't think he has coached up to 10 years in his career. So that kind of thing, even though he has the Champions League to show. But can you come into this Chelsea team that is broken down? You can see how discourage the players ourselves. Like even the game against Liverpool, we did not play. Like that game was so like you could see the players were even depressed on the pitch. They were tired even around the 50th minute. So that kind of thing. Can he come in and leave this side to come and do something until the end of the season and for the future? That kind of thing. So yeah, I think my pick will still be Luis Enrique at the moment, even though I don't like the guy.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as we're talking about Chelsea, let's talk about these weekend matches and let's talk about Wolves versus Chelsea. Wolves. I think Wolves are in the bottom three. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
They are just around there. Not
Yeah.
necessarily,
Wolves are.
but they are around.
Okay. They're 14th now. I think they've carried themselves up.
No, that is nice.
Oh. So going to
To
that
be
match,
fair, the points gap is not that much from 20th to around 14th
To
or so.
12.
yeah. But going to that match, okay, what threats do you think Wolves can be able to pose to Chelsea? Because Wolves are at home. It's like Lopetegui is still trying to find his team. What threat do you think they can pose on Chelsea?
Well, Chelsea's backline has actually been strong for the past games now. Like Chelsea's program has always been scoring all through Potter's reign. Their program has always been scoring. So I don't know. And we know Wolves to be a team as very, very stubborn defensively. They are very, very stubborn defensively. So I feel like what they can do is if they are able to keep on frustrating Chelsea's attacking players, Wolves can do something. They have Sarabia, they have Ruben Neves that can take a shot from anywhere and score from any. I think for me, I think that is the on the threats they pose. They're the kind of thing like they don't necessarily need to break you down and get the 1-on-1 or anything to have a go at you. They can always roughing things up. They can always do back. I think their game against was it Liverpool. One of their goals was just out of nowhere now. It was just back, go. And it's already a goal. I think that was it Johnny or who scored that goal? It was just back. I think the second goal.
Yeah.
It was out of nowhere. So I feel like that is kind of things they can do. They can always just out of nowhere from 0 to 100 real quick. Not because they are playing anything beautiful or anything, but they also have that luck with them. They have Ruben Neves that can just push in the ball and your defenders be thinking, oh, where is he going to? And boom, it is a goal. So I feel like I don't think I can even analyze any threats apart from that. Wolves, they have been very, very flat this season. Very, very flat. So if Chelsea were in any better form, this is supposed to be a straightforward game for them. But Chelsea being in this kind of form that I just feel they should actually be able to do enough to win the game. But if Wolves is going to be posing any threats to them, then it will be from all those, from all those impossible situations. That is where they will probably get goals from.
Okay. Okay, so Justin, you talk on Chelsea. This is the last thing I want to ask you about Chelsea. So you also have to give us a big summary on it. First of all, where do you think Lampard would finish at Chelsea? And tomorrow's game, what would you like to see him do different than what Potter has done over the last couple of games? And yeah.
Personally, I don't have any expectations anymore for the season on where he should finish. Mine is just let him just win that Arsenal game, finish, and I'm satisfied.
Would you mind taking not playing in Europe next season?
If we beat Arsenal, yes.
Okay.
If Arsenal lose the title at against Chelsea, I'm satisfied. For the next 2 years, I'm satisfied. That's when I'll be satisfied. So that's my goal for this season. And as for tomorrow's game, I know tomorrow is back to Mason Mount. Obviously, we're back to father and son relationship again.
I mean, Mason Mount has not played since, so he might not be just starting. Or you still think
I know Lampard, he will start him. He will start him tomorrow. I know that guy. I know Lampard. But me personally, I'm sick and tired of the system that we play. If you look at the game against Liverpool yesterday, people always try to blame our finishing. But if you look at the team sheet, we basically played 5 defenders and 5 midfielders as our starting level. Because as much as we might like to say it, Havertz is a midfielder, Joao Felix is a midfielder, both of them are midfielders. And then you look at the 3 in midfield they played, Kovacic, Enzo and I think it was Kante as well. They are all midfielders, and then you now play the 5-back or like 5 defenders and 5 midfielders. So when I play that type of system, there's no source of attack that you can use to constantly press the team. And Liverpool had asked for the taking. They were so horrible against us.
Yeah,
We're not
sorry,
able to.
just sorry to cut you off, but like, do you think Chelsea needs a striker? Because I know Chelsea fans are skeptical about having a striker because they always feel strikers don't work at Chelsea. But like, would you be okay with a striker?
Me personally, I'm fine with what we have right now. I won't say that we need a striker. If we are just able to create chances that we can constantly get goals, I'm not in the business of winning every game 7-0, like that kind of system. But if you are winning games 2-0, at least, like, we are able to attack and create chances and score, I'm fine with it, because people have always said that Chelsea need a striker, but we've had so many strikers in the past years, and all of them keep on failing. Recently, we still have Lukaku. He's still our striker. We're loaning him out. Our 100 million signing. We're still loaning him out. And people are still saying we need a striker. When it has not worked out, he came and then he only had 7 touches in the game. That kind of thing. So I won't say that Chelsea right now need a striker. I just think that we need to be able to create good attacking chances constantly, and we'll be able to take it. And the system that we're playing, where we're keeping a lot of midfielders and attackers and defenders on the pitch, that systems that cannot work. We don't have like for example, as much as I hate to say it, a Ryan Sterling that knows what it is. Ryan Sterling is not a striker, but if you give him one-on-ones, he knows how to finish it as a winger. So if you create those chances for him, he'll be able to finish it because he's an attacker. Like, you see the fact that they played Gomez yesterday on was it on Tuesday as a right back, that kind of thing. And then it's Chiro that is the one that is pressing him, that kind of thing. So you won't be able to create clear-cut chances. And when we create clear-cut chances, you find out that the person right in front of goal is Kovacic. Like that kind of thing. So it's just basically that. I'm just looking for a good attacking lineup from Frank Lampard tomorrow. I know that Chilwell and Reece James are very good on the attack, but it's not every match when we need to play 3 at the back for us to be able to attack properly. When we're playing with Jorginho in our team, that we're playing a normal 4-back, and then Jorginho was dropping deeper to form a 3-back when Reece James and Chilwell goes forward. That system was working, and we're creating chances and scoring goals. So yeah, that's just basically what I want to see from Lampard tomorrow. I know Matt is going to start, but I just want our lineup to look more attacking. As we're going there to go and score, not control midfield.
Okay. So your score prediction?
I don't want to go and hurt myself now, but I'll say maybe Chelsea 2-0.
Okay. K, what about you?
Chelsea 1-0.
1-0.
I am supporting us.
I'm not supporting you. I'm just saying how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly talk about Manchester United versus Everton. Jesse, your opinion on the match. What do you think about the match? Let's move on quickly from it.
I wasn't able to watch the game against Brentford, but I know United have not been in the best of form right now. And well, Everton, I don't know if I should say they are not in the best of form, but they're in a transitional period. So I think that game will be more balanced to watch. I don't know who is playing at home.
United at home.
If it's United at home, then I think that United should be able to, finish the job. And now knowing that their top 4 is in jeopardy,
with
Newcastle playing so good football, I think they will be able to get the win against Everton. No disrespect to Everton, but I just think that United, I don't think they've lost to any bottom team at Old Trafford, so I don't see it continuing.
Okay, so score prediction.
For that match, I'm going to go United 3-1.
3-1. K, what about you? Score prediction on that match?
United 2-1.
2-1. Okay, so K, please talk about Man City versus Southampton. How you see the game going?
Obviously, Man City is weak, but I feel like this is the part of the season where all these small teams become banana peels for the bigger teams because they are fighting for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Southampton are well into the relegation battle, escaped relegation, and this is Man City away. I think Man City has been kind of poor away this season. So if there's any match that is going to make them draw points, it will probably be this match. But at the same time, I actually feel Man City should have enough firepower to be able to see off the match.
So
They should be bought at the same time. I won't be surprised if they end up dropping any points.
okay, so your score prediction for tomorrow.
0-2 in favor of
Okay.
Man City.
Jesse, what about you?
Be wishing them. They're going to beat Southampton maybe 4-0.
4-0. I mean, Southampton are sometimes they always try and cause some this thing. They always try and beat big teams in their house.
Sorry, that Pep team is too. They are too.
Bro, that is when you will see Bazunu making 70 saves in that match.
So let's think about Arsenal Liverpool. Think about how much you.
No, well, that's good. That's good to be.
I'm not even stressed. Like I said from the beginning of the show, I'm not stressed about that match.
Okay. So Emmanuel said Chelsea needs someone that's going to convert their chances. Okay, so what did you get? Jesse, what's your score prediction for that match?
For the Man City match?
Yeah.
I said 4-0.
4-0. Okay, so let's talk about the game of Saturday, Tottenham versus Brighton. Jesse, what do you think about the match? And if Brighton should win, they'll close the gap on Spurs. So what do you think about it?
I think honestly, the way Tottenham are playing right now, they are anyone can come there and take points away from them, or they can be taking points away from. That's basically it. I think now they are wounded lions, and the way Brighton play they normally pounce on those type of opponents.
Yeah. Except when it comes to Arsenal, though.
But they have not played them the second time, so we never know.
The second time is at Emirates, bro.
So you people rate these Emirates so much. I don't rate it. We'll beat them that Emirates, and we'll take away that title. Yeah, hopes we'll take it away.
See, you will not drag me into any argument this time.
We'll take away your title hopes.
Like you are not even part of the 10 teams I'm even scared of in this life.
Okay.
I can play you with my under 18 and there's nothing you can do.
Okay. Wow. Okay. We'll be the reason for you crying on that day. That your Saka that I'll be happy about. You will cry on that day. I'm telling you.
Yeah, now. Let's see now.
Okay. Well, anyway, as I was saying, this Tottenham team, I don't know. Like, I think the problem is deep down. Because you can see the complaint. Conte was honestly so he was looking so, how I say it, downcast. He was tired of that team, genuinely. So now that they've almost parted ways with him, that's what they said. And then they brought in that new guy. What's his name? I don't remember his name. I think it's Caleri or something like that. I don't think they played better. They've been playing the same thing that they've been playing over and over. Yeah. So I just think that the way Brighton are playing, the football that they've started playing under the Zerbi. And I know this is GB's best topic, talking about the Zerbi. But yeah, they've played so well under him, and they've gotten to a new level when Potter was taken away from them. But yeah, I think that match is Brighton's to lose, honestly, because the form that Tottenham are in right now, anyone can beat them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know you've been the one saying Tottenham did not have a good transfer window and everything. But then what do you think about tomorrow's game? Do you think Brighton can cause an upset tomorrow, or is Tottenham just going to grind it out?
Brighton, because if Tottenham wins, it will be Tottenham causing an upset, not the other way around. Tottenham has been very, very poor this season. I think that's why it's like when you have an opinion about football, time will tell. When I was saying it at the beginning of the season, you guys were all bashing me. Who did Arsenal buy? It's not about buying players. It's not about, these guys are not improving the team. Thank God, I've improved. I've been proven right now. Yes, I'm correct.
There's nothing they can do. See why we don't like Arsenal fans being right. This is one of the reasons. They will not let us hear it.
What have I done wrong now? I'm just analyzing my point and all that now. I saw it. You guys, I feel like you guys got carried away because they were able to.
I mean, Conte. I think it's because of Conte.
But you guys are no, like I listed it out at the beginning of the season. I said the core of the team is still the same thing. Mm-hmm. The back line is still the same. Romero, Dyer and the likes. The midfield is still Oibeg and whoever is playing with him. The wing backs, they are still Emerson Royal and Perisic. So what are the changes that he has done to the team that you guys were thinking? I feel like some people are even thinking Tottenham were going to like challenge for the title or something. Then GB will not allow me to rest then because they had the best start in their club's history. But I was telling him that like, okay, yeah, agreed. They had the best start in that, but bro, most of these matches were matches of 1-0, scoring one fortunate goal and seeing it out.
Yeah, sorry, Kay, I want to ask this question. What Carragher
Okay.
said about Tottenham, saying them getting top four is an overachievement. Do you agree with it, or do you think?
No, I don't. I feel like that, like Tottenham are not that kind of a team anymore. They are a team that they expect to make the top four every season. So there's
Yeah,
nothing
no,
like
I'm talking about like with this group of players. Do you think them getting top four is an overachievement?
the core of the team is still the same now. Like I said, so top four is still their level, not challenging for the title or winning anything. The
Okay.
core of the team didn't change. The core of the team
Mhm.
is the same thing. So
Mhm.
nothing. There's no overachievement there.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I don't think there's anything they can do. They can't cope with Brighton in any way. Tactically, they can't cope. Even with the intensity of the game, they can't cope. So yes, football is like that. They might end up actually winning. They might even win convincingly tomorrow. You might see them winning 2-0, 3-0. But the fact is, as it is, there's nothing apart from Kane being Kane. There's nothing Tottenham. There's no threat Tottenham can pose to Brighton as far as I'm concerned. Because I don't think they can. Maybe if it was Conte, you can say Conte might have one of those tactical whatever up his sleeve and use tomorrow. But bro, they don't even have a coach that I can think of as a tactical genius or anything. So what do they have? Dizabi is fucking good. Dizabi is fucking good. So I feel like it's going to outplay them tactically and with the intensity. So they have nothing. Tottenham have nothing to look forward to in that game.
Oh, just can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So, okay, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
0-2 in favor of Brighton.
0-2. And Jesse, you said Brighton to win here.
Yeah, I think it's 4-1.
4-1
Brighton.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about the big game. The big game on Sunday: Liverpool versus Arsenal. Liverpool at Anfield. Arsenal league leaders coming to Anfield, but Liverpool disrupts Arsenal's title challenge. I mean, last time somebody expected Liverpool to lose at Anfield, they beat the other team 7-0. Jesse, I'm coming
don't
to
say
you.
the other team. Say Man U. You can't beat the other team. No, be Man U then beat.
Okay, they beat my 7-0. Jesse, you were so confident going into that game, saying Man U was going to win at Liverpool. What makes this? Oh, you think Arsenal is going to beat Liverpool? Yeah, and you think Liverpool is going to beat Arsenal?
Yeah.
So why do you think so? And why do you think Arsenal cannot go to Liverpool and beat Liverpool at Anfield?
At the moment, I think that I have underestimated Anfield as a stadium because I won't even say Liverpool played the best football against United. I just think that they took their chances in that match. But for me, I feel like right now Anfield is like they are playing a final. Every match they play there, they play at their best. They don't make any mistakes. That kind of situation. So I just think that Arsenal going there, especially the fact that now Van Dijk has rested, he has gotten like his rest. Arnold has gotten rest. You know, everybody's Robertson got his rest. They were able to rest all those players against Chelsea, and they still got their draw. But yeah, Salah got his rest. That kind of situation. I think that now going to the Anfield, they know that this is like their final this season because they have nothing to play for again. Okay, no, I think they can still play for top four. That's still possible. But right now, you can see that that's their final. They just want to disrupt that title hope for Arsenal. And I hope they do it. And I think they will.
Do you think they want to? Because Man City has been a rival for how many years? So, do you think you want Man City to win the title?
Well, I think that Klopp has this pride. Like he will not want to lose to the title winning Arsenal that came from nowhere. Home and away. I don't think it will sit right with him. I think genuinely that's why he rested those players against Chelsea. He knew that Chelsea were not going to pose any threat, and if they did, they were not going to finish it. And even if they finished it, he does not really care about that match because that's an away match, and they've not played well away. But their games at Anfield, they've taken it so seriously, as if it was the final. They beat Man City at Anfield, so I never doubt them when they are playing at their own stadium. And I think that Arsenal going there, they should be scared. I don't know for their fans that they are saying they are not scared. They already believe that the title is in their hands. Well, and that's what I always say. Pride goes before a fall. When the form is always like oscillating fan, I'll say it. After I don't blow person's side, it will come blow on that person's side. So now that he has blown Arsenal side very well, it will start oscillating small.
It will shock you, say the fan, they don't plug them for there.
They plug them. Now me go remove them for there. After their lock now finishing, they now start using referee. Referee play extra minutes plus extra minutes.
Rest.
I
showed you. I brought a video from the match. 6 minutes extra time, and we scored. We scored 96.
See Jesus penalty. Give them the cheapest penalty they could ever give in his life.
That was not a pen.
Give them the cheapest.
No,
they killed
the penalty.
They killed the morale of what's that
just
name?
Answer the simple question.
That no be pen now. There are refs that will not give that. There are so many refs that will not give that.
Oh yeah, I don't hear no wala.
That thing was so soft. They just touched the guy's knee small. He went down.
You see they touch it small.
Hey, that thing was soft.
He's supposed to use axe now. She been an axe man.
That thing was soft. Okay, that thing was soft. That thing was soft. It was soft.
Yes.
So United went to Anfield and United received 7-0.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was another team that received 7-0 like that had the form of United, I'll be scared as an Arsenal fan. What's giving you this confidence going into that match?
Well, Man United made the mistake themselves and they shot themselves. Because, bro, the first half of that match was just 1-0. All United needed to do in the second half was to just calm down a little bit. Let the game relax. Then you go for it. But United being United, probably Ten Hag being, I don't know, being Ten Hag, went all gone blazing in the second half, and within 5 minutes or 6 minutes, I think it was already 3-0 down. Why I feel like I'm not scared about the matches because I feel like to some extent Liverpool has a lot to prove more than Arsenal in this match. They will most probably be the one coming out with all gone blazing like this is Anfield. Like Jesse said, they will feel like this is Anfield. We must not lose here. And I feel like Arsenal players will be like, this is Anfield. We have been losing here for so many years. Let's come. And Liverpool. So the first 15 minutes of the game will be very, very crucial. That's what I just feel. I feel like if for the first 15 minutes of the game, that is where the game will be won or lost. If Arsenal should lose themselves in that first 15 minutes, they'll probably concede a goal or two. Who knows? Maybe that is the end of the game. But if Arsenal is able to without that storm of that first 15 minutes, forget it. There's nothing Liverpool can do. Sorry, there's nothing they can do because I'm going to run all over them. Their midfield, they have nothing against my midfield. This is not even me being full of.
Thiago is back,
bro. If you like, everybody in the midfield should be Thiago. This season, there's nothing they can do against Arsenal's midfield. Even when I played Man City could not do anything against my midfield. So this season, forget it. There's no team that's going to take the midfield battle away from me.
And that's why they have defense and attack now.
What defense and attack do they have?
They don't need to
the
pass
same
to
Van Dijk.
They cannot take it from their defense to their attack.
Bro, their attackers.
That's why Arnold people like Arnold. That's why they are there.
Bro, once Arnold takes that space to go and do from back to back, from back to front, it's just for him to just give Martinelli. Martinelli will keep on eating him up.
But before Martinelli you see that ball and they don't give him to Salah.
Bro, that is not Arsenal. Just the truth with yourself.
This one that Saliba is not even playing. I know. Salah is so happy.
Bro, Salah is not even playing against Saliba. What are you saying? Salah will be playing against Gabriel
back into the center now.
That would be against Gabriel.
Okay, it's true.
So,
then it's Nunez.
So Nunez is
no milk. No milk.
Like,
no milk will use this match and you get his form back.
Nunez, now so we talk him against Man U. He will get his form back after scoring 2 goals.
This is scored 2 goals against. He scored 2 goals against United now.
Nunes is on and off.
And
Nunes
he
kind of
was
player
off against Chelsea.
I prefer Nunes being with the ball than any other player because I'm very sure there's 80% chance of him doing rubbish than doing the right thing.
Okay. So
all I'm just saying is for
okay.
the match, the reason why I'm not scared. I won't say I'm sure of winning or anything, but like I'm not scared. I'm just there about the match because the only thing they probably have is just Salah in that attack. Because since Jota came back, Jota has been very, 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 very poor. He has been way off it. But let's not forget, Jota always scores Arsenal. So that is that. If Jota should enter 91, if it's remaining just 10 seconds, they will play from post to post. They will play from
Hello.
Sorry.
Okay.
I had to talk to someone. So as I was saying, I feel like Liverpool has nothing against Arsenal for this match. But based on the Anfield, whatever, Anfield fever, I think they've already lost at Anfield once this season, and it was a 9 minutes goal from Sarah for them to lose. So they have been very, very good at Anfield this season. There is still that Anfield factor. Yeah. But I'm not scared about the match because I feel like once I'm able to without that storm of the first 15 minutes, then there's nothing they can do. Because by the time I don't allow them to do the whole running about. Liverpool is not the kind of team that can beat a press or do anything again this season. So I'm very, very sure if I'm able to make them calm, and there's nothing they can do. Man U did it in the first half now. The first 10-15 minutes, Liverpool were running up and down. Man U able to calm them until that one goal came in because of Wan-Bissaka or because of Dalot being very, very stupid and leaving his position. That was what brought about the first goal. Then second half, they just went criminal on themselves and starting to run up and down with Liverpool. I don't feel like Arsenal doesn't need to be calm for the first 15 minutes in the first half. Same thing for the second half, and that is the end of the game. That is it for me. That's what I think.
Okay. Jesse, if Arsenal wins this game at Anfield, do you think they'll have won another trophy already?
I don't want us to think that far ahead yet. Well, definitely they are able to beat Liverpool. Yeah, it will be that to lose, but we seem to keep in mind that they have a lot of tough games they are yet to play in the season. So can't really.
I mean, if they beat Liverpool, there's not. If they beat Liverpool, I mean, they'll still be 8 points ahead, and that's if Man City wins against Southampton. I'm not really sure if Man City is not going to draw point at any point. If Man City is still going to keep on winning and are not going to draw points. So
their title this season, I think, is determined on how Man City play the rest of the season. Particularly because they have only dropped 3 points when they go to Etihad. That was already 3 points they've lost. So minusing those 3 points, they still have how many points?
5 points.
Yeah, I think it will be difficult to say, but I think it will give them a huge boost if they can beat Liverpool. But I'm still going to go with Liverpool. Sorry to say.
Okay, so just your score prediction.
I want to go for that match. Liverpool 3-2. The same thing they did at Etihad. I say at Emirates is what Liverpool are going to do.
Okay. MK, what about your
1-3?
Wow. Okay, so we've come to the end of the show, and I'm just here to say thank you very much for coming to watch. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Jesse, any sign off?
I guess you guys should continue to like, subscribe, and there's a lot of Premier League to watch, so that's very exciting. I'm happy start to everyone.
Okay. K, what about you? Any sign off?
Yeah, thanks to our viewers and fans. Thanks for tuning in to watch the show with us. Thank you, and like, share, and subscribe. And yes, on Sunday when Jesus is rising, we have another Jesus that has some miracle to perform.
I'll be rolling for free bench. They don't
yeah,
pocket all the referee.
there's a lot of matches to enjoy this weekend. So have a nice Easter holiday and come on, you Gunners.
Okay. So thank you very much and goodbye.
Jesse will cry. Jesse. See.